Ever feel like someone's trying to drag you into a fight you don't want? Maybe it's an argument that goes nowhere. Maybe it's anger trying to make you react. Sometimes the hardest thing isn't winning. It's walking away. Today, I want to tell you a story about a kid who learned a lesson most people never do. Real strength isn't about proving yourself. It's about holding on to what matters most, your peace. Listen closely. This could change how you handle every tough moment. There was a boy named Nolan. He lived in a small town in the Midwest. He had a little sister, Mia, and parents who worked long hours just to keep the lights on. Life wasn't easy, but they had enough. Nolan loved his family fiercely. He walked Mia to school every morning, helped his dad fix the roof after storms, sat with his mom in the evenings while she sewed clothes. But Nolan had a problem. He couldn't let things go. If someone insulted his family, he'd confront them. If a neighbor accused his dad of cheating, he argued until he was hoarse. If kids mocked his worn-out sneakers, he fought them behind the corner store. His dad would shake his head. "Son, you're bleeding yourself dry." "I'm defending us," Nolan said. "No," his dad said quietly. "You're giving them exactly what they want." Nolan didn't understand. "How is protecting my family wrong?" he asked. "How is standing up for what's right a mistake?" One summer, a traveling salesman came to town. His name was Darren. Loud, rude, impossible to ignore. He set up his stand in the town square, and he insulted everyone. "The people here are weak. You'll never amount to anything. Your little town is stuck in the mud." Some villagers walked past, head down. Nolan couldn't. Every word felt like a punch to his home, to his family, to everything he loved. On the third day, Nolan walked up to him. "You need to stop," he said. Darren smirked. "Stop what, kid?" "Telling the truth." "We've done nothing to you," Nolan shot back. "Oh, I'm just being honest," Darren said, eyes gleaming. "Does the truth hurt your feelings?" Nolan's fists clenched. "You don't know anything about us." "I know enough," Darren said. "You're too weak to do anything about it." Every word was fuel to the fire inside Nolan. He wanted to grab Darren, make him take it all back. His whole body was ready to explode. Then, he heard his father's voice. "You're giving them exactly what they want." Nolan froze. Darren waited, grinning. The crowd held their breath. And Nolan walked away. No shouting. No threats. Just walking. Darren called after him, mocking. "That's right. Run." "Just like I said, weak." Nolan didn't answer. He felt heavy. Ashamed. Cowardly. So he went to the quietest place he knew. Old Mrs. Farah's house. She lived alone at the edge of town. Strange. Mysterious. Respected. Nolan sat on the stone wall by her garden. Not sure why he was there. "You're angry," she said, appearing like magic. "I walked away," he said bitterly. "Everyone thinks I'm weak." "Are you?" she asked. "No," Nolan said. "But I didn't fight back. He said horrible things, and I just left." Farah picked up a small rock from the garden. "When dogs bark at the moon, does the moon bark back?" she asked. "No," Nolan said. "Exactly. The moon doesn't need to." She tossed the stone gently in a puddle. The water rippled around the stone. It didn't argue. It didn't fight. But which one wins? Nolan asked. "The water? The rock?" She handed it to him. Strength isn't always about fighting. Sometimes it's knowing you don't have to prove anything. Let people think what they want. Their thoughts can't touch what you are, unless you give them that power. Nolan held the stone. It felt heavy. Important. The merchant wanted a fight, she said. He wanted you angry. Loud. Desperate. So he could control you. Your anger would belong to him. Your peace, gone. And he'd lose nothing. So, I just let people say what they want. Choose your battles wisely, she said. Some fights are worth it. Most are traps. They promise victory, but deliver only emptiness. Nolan walked home that evening. His dad was carving a piece of wood outside. I heard what happened, he said. Nolan braced for disappointment. Instead, his dad smiled. I'm proud of you. He didn't fight. He didn't need to. That was the strongest thing he could do. The next day, Darren shouted again in the square. But fewer people stopped. His insults bounced off, landing nowhere. By evening, he packed up and left. No reaction. No power. Just empty words. Nolan felt nothing. No triumph. No satisfaction. Just quiet. Weeks passed. And Nolan noticed a change. Casual insults didn't spark fire. Arguments didn't need his involvement. Even his own mistakes didn't consume him. He'd learned something simple, but life-changing. Not every challenge needs an answer. Not every insult deserves your energy. Not every battle is yours to fight. One day, Mrs. Farah gave him a small wooden box. Inside, a mirror, old and tarnished. When you're tempted to fight, look in this. Ask yourself, am I fighting for something real? Or because I'm scared of silence? Nolan carried that mirror for years. He didn't need to use it often. But knowing it was there helped him choose peace over proving, presence over performance. He grew into a man who didn't need to win every fight. Who didn't need to prove his worth. Who understood the strongest thing you can do is refuse to lose yourself. People respected him not because he fought, but because he didn't. His peace became his power. His silence became his strength. And when his kids grew up, he taught them the same lesson. Not with lectures, not with rules, but with a simple truth. That changed everything. You don't have to fight every battle. Some victories come from walking away. Win without fighting. Not because you're weak. Because you're strong enough to protect your peace. So, I'll ask you this. What fight are you in right now? That doesn't deserve your energy. What if you just stopped? Let the noise be noise. Keep what matters most. Your peace. That's how you truly win.